Hey YouTube, I figured I'd give you another update on the electrical rough-in progress. I don't remember what I told you last time, so we have a panel. I think you already saw that. We've got at least most of our home runs done. Hey. Better, okay. We've got our home runs done. So we've got 3 circuits for receps. Basically, the left, right, and back walls are each on their own 20 amp circuit running 12-2 Romex. And then we've got the high bay lighting circuit. If you can see that. Bad camera work. That's upside down. High bay lights. So that is on a 15 amp circuit using 14-2. I figured I'd take you along on that one and show you how I had to wire it. So that's 14-2 on the home run. It's going all the way up, and I kind of made those 2x6 headers on the wall kind of a raceway. And that is going all the way down here. And dropping down to, tight squeeze, this switch location here. So that would be the first switch. Then we've got 14-3 going up the wall. I still need to staple that. Up and over, and sorry for the bad camera work. Up there along that truss to our first light. So that switch is going to be a 3-way switch. And I basically have in total a 4-way switch, 4-way switching system with 3 positions with the lights in the middle. So we run 14-3 from that first switch up to the light. And then we run 14-3 all the way across there to the next light. And then out and along the beam, down here, back up. Light number 3, down light number 4, back down the beam to light number 5, light number 6, and then continuing 14-3 around and down to our 4-way switch. So we'll have our 4-way switch, 14-3 coming in, 14-3 going out and up, and route it behind those bay doors that you can't really see. There it is peeking out in the middle. And all the way down here and down the wall to our last 3-way switch and terminating. Yeah, similar thing for the outlets. I'll show you those over here. So for the outlets, we just ran power from the panel up and over rafters, and then just basically down and up the posts here to daisy chain each receptacle. So down, back up, on to the next one, down and back up, and you can see so on down the line. So this uses a lot of extra wire versus just going straight across and boring through those posts. But I just did not want to bore through those 6x6 posts. That's the main structure for the building, and I'm sure, you know, a 1/2 inch or a 3/4 inch hole would be perfectly fine. But I just liked the wires going up. And to be honest, this is exposed Romex, and I'm gonna put interior walls in eventually with insulation, but that day is not today. So if I run them straight up the wall, that is a safer bet than to have horizontal cable going at, 4 foot off the ground. So a couple of recommendations I would say if you're doing your rough-in. A Sharpie is your friend. Label everything. So when I did my home runs here, see mine says East Receps, North Receps, West Receps, and I showed you these high bay lights. So after all my wiring's done and I come back to make up this panel, I know exactly what's what. And furthermore, do the same thing with your when you wire up your devices, your outlets and whatnot. We started on this just kind of messing around, and I can show you what we do with the labels. we make these little tags. So we cut the Romix pretty long and we labeled it. But when we actually rip it out, all right, you just take that label that you wrote, save that sleeve, slide it over the wires, all right? And so that way, that can stay in the box. And so anytime you do any kind of maintenance on this, you can pull it out, you know, oh, that's where this is going. So in this case, this is the line side of the outlet, and I wrote home there, saying, hey, that's the home run. And then on this side, see if we can get in there and see it, that says load. So that means I know it's going out. Line coming in, load going out. And did we do the same thing over here? We did. So I'll give you a close-up of what those look like before they're actually ripped out. So you can see here, got line and load. So the next step, I've got one more home run to pull for the exterior lighting circuit. I'm going to start off with just one and add on to it. And then I can start rip out, which is basically starting with each box, pulling the sheathing off, just like we did here, separating the outlets out. In my case, I'm going to be redoing these and doing all these with pigtails instead of these jumpers. And so when I get to do that, I will bring you along to the video. Oh, last thing. Thanks to my generous father-in-law, I have been able to use this scaffolding. It is amazing. You can do everything I was doing on the ladder, but the scaffolding makes it 10 times better. And if you have a buddy to push you around, it's 100 times better. So I would recommend, if you can swing it, scaffolding makes your life a lot easier. It certainly made mine a lot easier. So that's all I got for now. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.